People love to say Hollywood is where dreams come true. But what if the spotlight comes with a hidden cost? For years, we've been told an inspirational comeback story about Martin Lawrence, the comedy legend who survived a near-fatal stroke and returned stronger than ever. But Katt Williams flipped that story upside down. Hollywood's most outspoken whistleblower claimed Martin Lawrence had his soul taken. According to Katt, the man we see today is not the same Martin from the 1990s. He says Martin was broken, replaced. And when you compare the two versions of Martin, it's hard to ignore how different they feel. In the 1990s, Martin Lawrence was explosive, wild, uncontrolled. Then suddenly, after what the media called a stroke or exhaustion, he vanished from Hollywood. So what really happened? And what did Katt Williams expose? August 1999. Los Angeles was locked in a brutal heat wave. At the peak of his career, Martin Lawrence was found collapsed on a sidewalk, convulsing, barely breathing. The explanation shocked everyone. Martin had gone jogging in extreme heat while wrapped in plastic clothing and a heavy jacket. This wasn't fitness. It was self-destruction. By the time paramedics arrived, his body temperature hit a deadly 42 degrees Celsius. Martin didn't just pass out. He fell into a coma. Doctors used extreme measures to save him. Machines breathed for him. His body was submerged in ice baths to prevent his brain from overheating. Even then, doctors warned that brain damage was likely. To Katt Williams, this wasn't just a medical emergency. He believes Martin's body was pushed to its breaking point to force his mind to submit. After surviving, Martin disappeared for over a year. A superstar with everything to lose went completely silent. Katt says this wasn't recovery, it was reconstruction. Before 1999, Martin was rebellious and uncontrollable. After returning, Katt claims he was slower, calmer, and more obedient. The fire was gone. Katt called out Hollywood's pattern of humiliation. He asked, "What happened to Martin? The funniest man alive suddenly wears a dress, then collapses running in plastic. Normal? Hardly. Big Mama's House, 2000, made over $170 million worldwide. Martin in a dress became a formula. Humiliation sold. During Martin's hiatus, he personally reached out to Katt, calling him his little brother and promising a real comeback film starring them as equals. Katt believed him. No contracts, no questions. When you come back, I'm in your movie. A brotherly promise. But at the next meeting, everything changed. The script? Big Mama's House 2, same formula, same dress, same humiliation, innovation, creativity, gone. Katt pushed back. Why a dress again? Buddy cops? He didn't refuse because he didn't get comedy. He refused because he understood Hollywood. They weren't chasing art. They were chasing a money machine. I said, "You don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson." And that's exactly what happened. He rewrote scenes, improved the script, only asking one thing: don't demean black people. That, he says, got him pushed out. Katt doesn't blame Martin personally. Martin is just an example of how Hollywood works. Promises shift, creativity is twisted, and if you refuse To Katt, the dress isn't a joke. It's a symbol, a test of obedience. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry, all powerful black men repeatedly forced into dresses to reach the top. Accept it, and success comes. Refuse it, and your career stalls. Katt believes Martin Lawrence is the clearest victim. Before Big Mama, he was untouchable. After, the fire dimmed. Hollywood doesn't need talent, they need submission. In the 1990s, Martin was unstoppable. Martin, 1992, became the blueprint for black comedy. He controlled audiences with raw energy, improvised freely, and operated with total creative control. That power made him dangerous. In 1994, Saturday Night Live marked him as a rebel. He ignored the script, went off the rails live, and NBC permanently banned him. The message: play by the rules, or chaos followed. May 7, 1996, Ventura Boulevard. Martin stood in traffic holding a loaded gun, screaming in terror. "They're trying to kill me. They want my life." This wasn't acting. LAPD restrained him, and he was placed under a psychiatric hold. 3 months later, he was arrested at Burbank Airport with a gun. He believed he was being watched nonstop. In 1997, The Martin Show imploded when Tisha Campbell filed a $5 million lawsuit accusing him of emotional abuse and uncontrollable rage. Production enforced a historic rule. Martin and Tisha could never be in the same room. Publicly, he was labeled unstable. At home, his marriage collapsed. Patricia Southall filed for divorce and a restraining order, describing extreme paranoia, violent moods, and a man she no longer recognized. Work, family, trust, all gone. Isolation. Katt Williams sees this as the breaking point. Stripped of support and labeled paranoid, Martin's cries for help became proof against him. Resistance faded. Control became easy. Fast forward to 2024. During the Bad Boys Ride or Die press tour, Martin appeared hollow beside an energetic Will Smith. His eyes were dull, speech slow and fragile. Will constantly guided him, touching his shoulder, whispering reminders, stepping in mid-sentence. On a red carpet in Mexico, Martin clung to Will's arm just to stay upright. Social media exploded. Hollywood rushed explanations. Grief, depression, personal loss. But grief doesn't erase clarity for decades. It doesn't empty a person's eyes. January 15, 2024, the Emmy stage, the Martin cast. As the audience cheered, Martin froze under the lights. He couldn't finish sentences, stared blankly at the teleprompter, and spoke faint, broken words. Millions watching felt it. This wasn't aging or nerves. People didn't see a legend. They saw a man struggling to play himself. Katt Williams' warnings suddenly felt chillingly real. Hollywood's media rushed damage control. TMZ and sources claimed he was 100% healthy, temporarily blinded by stage lights and slowed by a teleprompter glitch. Representatives promised a global comedy tour, but anyone who saw him knew it didn't add up. The collapse in 1999, the year-long disappearance, and the fragile Martin on stage, it all connected. That day on the streets of Sherman Oaks, body at 42nd, was the last moment the real Martin Lawrence existed. What we see today may only be remnants of a system that drained. By 2025-2026, Martin returned on his own terms. His 2024 tour, Y'all Still Know What It Is, revealed a leaner, lighter, sharper performer. Backstage clips showed him shadowboxing and preparing with focus. He wasn't fading. He was reclaiming the stage. Fans noticed his improved health, mobility, and clarity. At 60, Martin isn't the explosive force of the 1990s, but he's steady, deliberate, and present. He's working on projects like The Varnell Hill Show, Young Martin, and Mihama, scaled to his life today. No more extreme stunts or Hollywood pressure. He moves, speaks, and performs on his own terms. Simply seeing him healthier, standing steady, is enough. He is still here. What do you see when you look at Martin today? A legend reborn? Or a man quietly surviving?